Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, welcome to the Playback Podcast presented by Car, your weekly podcast featuring America's favorite dancers, hosted by America's favorite road warriors. We are your hosts, Jocelyn, Kristen, and Madison, and we are back with a vengeance for another episode.
Love that.
I don't know. We're ready.
We're ready to try a new Celsius flavor today.
Sting.
Can I just say that there was these available to me this weekend, and because I gave her my word that I wasn't going to try it until today, I held out all weekend and I did not try, even though my whole team was talking about how tasty.
And they were all messaging.
I literally don't want to hear it because I don't have it, and I'm mad because I tried to order it and it didn't come in time, but it's whatever.
Okay, but this is the new sparkling strawberry lemonade flavor. Okay, can I just say that when it comes to like when people are like, do you like soda? Do you like coffee? Like, I don't like anything. I like lemonade. I like strawberry lemonade to be specific. Red Robin, Chili's, doesn't matter where I go, I'm getting a strawberry lemonade. So when they posted this, I kid you not, I screamed and I threw my phone.
She did.
So I've been really
Even posted it on her Instagram story.
My personal Instagram, not even the playback one. I posted it on my, and you know how many people reached out to me and was like, this was made for you. Okay, I'm ready.
I found it at Target. Shout out Target.
I'm so ready. Okay, here we go. 3.
I'm just going to close my eyes.
I'm going to do some ASMR. Ready?
I don't want to hear it.
Are we ready?
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
Love.
That's so good.
Wait. Okay.
Stop.
Okay, can I say why? Okay, hold on.
Nothing will beat the orange, right?
Okay, so listen. I feel like because it's strawberry lemonade, it's the perfect mixture between their normal sparkling and their green tea flavor, because their green tea flavor is not carbonated.
Yeah.
So I sometimes don't sometimes I'll reach for the green tea one because I don't want carbonation.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is the perfect in the middle because it's not too sometimes when I drink one of the regular sparkling ones, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of carbonation.
This is great.
This is the perfect in between. I'm really into
10 out
this.
of 10. I need to find some more. Celsius, can you send us some more of these?
Wait, this is my new favorite flavor. 100%. 100%.
Okay, in other news, I tried Arctic Berry or Arctic Vibe.
Yes.
The worst flavor I ever tried.
Wait, you're lying.
I swear, hands down.
I agree.
Worse than grape?
Worst I ever tried. Like, I couldn't stomach it. I was like, oh, gross, I have to waste this. I have to. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have energy right now.
Should we try?
Do you want to try this one? Because it's really good.
No, I believe you.
Stop, you guys. I'm literally so jealous. I can't take it.
Okay. Anyways, it's good. 10 out of 10.
Better than the orange?
I don't even like the orange.
Okay, here's the thing. I know that you love the orange, and I do like it, but it's a little emergency to me.
I know, but I think that's why I kind of like it.
I like it.
Oh, okay.
And is the orange isn't carbonated, right?
Yes, it is.
Or is it sparkling?
Yeah, it's sparkling.
Oh, it just doesn't burn. Sometimes, like my other favorite ones, sometimes burn, but sometimes like I need that burn to be like, ah!
That's why I like this one because I feel like you can tell that there's lemonade in it that kind of makes the fizz a little less.
Because the lemonade is a little like acidic. So I think
it still has the acidity.
Well, maybe you guys can send me one of those.
No, we will.
This is
good. Nudge.
10 out of 10.
I'm jealous, but I'm happy for you guys.
Probably gonna finish this before we're done with the episode, if I'm being honest.
Where was everybody this weekend?
I was in Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Love it.
I was in Cleveland, Ohio.
I was back in the South, which made my heart so happy. I said Roll Tide at least 18 times during the competition weekend.
Wow.
I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Everybody was so nice, so sweet. There's nothing like the South. I even had to catch a ride with one of the dancers and the parents to the venue. Hear me out. Chattanooga, small town. Apparently, Ubers don't just come when you order them, or sometimes you can't get them. Okay. So I was like, okay, they had a bird out front, like the scooter. I'll bird to the venue. I had my work bag, was having a good hair day. So I was like kind of sad that I was going to have to do that, but whatever. He goes, actually, no, those are the hotel like scooters. So you have to pay for it the entire day. You keep it somewhere besides here.
Oh,
Oh.
So in my head, I see a dream duffel. I'm like, dream duffel means
Yes.
dance competition. I walk out. I'm like, hey, this is so weird. I work for car. I promise. Can I catch a ride to the venue with you? I swear. Did I not tell you, Nate? I swear, you guys. I have the cutest picture of my new family. They were so sweet. We were best friends the entire weekend. She got a little car torture. I loved them. They had the cutest dances. I got to cheer them on for every single one. They were so sweet. We're Facebook friends now.
I can't.
There was only one bad thing about them. Their dad had an LSU shirt on, and I had to tell him. I was like, thank you so much for the ride. However, your shirt is hideous. Roll to left.
The fact that it glitched
It glitched right when you said that.
Well, if you missed it, you missed it. They were great. I love them. Shout out to my new family.
That's so
Honestly,
funny.
that's the way to go. If you need to figure out a ride to a venue and you see a dream duffel, I mean, what are you going to do? See a dream duffel or pick a random guy on the side of the street getting into his car?
True.
I would pick with the family.
Dream duffel.
I like how those are the
But
only two
also,
options.
They usually
I
are.
mean, that kind of just shows that like that would never. The South is just they're so nice. I feel like that wouldn't happen anywhere else. Like,
Oh my gosh. Actually,
Girl side
Kristen
loves
picked me
South.
up for work today. I literally went to go open my car and both my key fobs wouldn't open my car. I was locked out of my car. So she had to turn around and come pick me up. Thanks.
so cute, so cute.
I mean, we wouldn't be here right now filming. If
I know. That's the thing. It's like I wasn't about to do the whole call AAA. Like, no, we don't have time for that today.
Nobody does.
Anyways,
Okay.
hopping right into the weekend.
Hopping right
Who wants to
into
start? Who wants to start?
I could start with a good one. Are you guys ready?
yes.
Dance moms. We
I've been
know
waiting.
them. We love them. I was fired up when I found out that Candy Apple's Dance Center was going to be at my show, and I was like, "No way, Candy Apples,
Iconic.
iconic."
Yeah, iconic.
I didn't realize how old Vivienne was until I saw that she was in the 15 to 19 age division, and so I think
Whoa,
she's either,
I feel old.
I know, same. I think she
15 to
might be
19?
a junior in high school, or she might be a senior, but I think she's a junior, so I think she has one more season. She had a solo, tap solo, scored 4th overall in the high points for intermediate solos 15 to 19. Get it, girl.
Get a girl.
Amazing tap solo. I was shook, and her mom choreographed it, Miss Kathy.
We love it.
I did want to interview them for the podcast, but I felt a little awkward walking up to them to ask, so
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's okay.
Unfortunately, it's
I
okay.
get
But
it.
apparently, they might be down. So if you guys are
We'll see.
watching and you're down, let me know. We
Just
can
tag her. Tell her that you want her on
We're
here.
just big fans, you know?
Big fan.
Y'all can make it happen.
But congrats to her on 4th overall because her solo was great, and she had a duet too with this boy at her studio, and that was cute too. I think it was "Come On Eileen."
Cute.
It was
Aw.
cute. Big fan. Get it, girl. I'm glad she can still dance after getting her finger cut on her mom's ring.
True.
Nate, how confused are you right now?
It's one of the best
I'm-
episodes of all time.
I know all about dance moms.
I know. I'm
He
just
knows.
saying. The finger cut was iconic.
It
The
was
Iconic.
meme, iconic.
iconic.
All of it.
I
But the
used
thing
that-
is I only think of her as old as her meme. Like
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I
can't
still think
can't
of her at that
picture her.
age.
Yeah,
like
no.
our judges didn't realize who she was, and then they were asking after because they happened to see Kathy walking through the lobby, and they were like, "Wait, that soloist, that was Vivienne, huh?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." And they were like,
I like that they
"Yay!"
didn't know that till the end though.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's cool.
Wow. Big fans. Big fans. If you guys ever want to come on, just hit us
Just let
up.
us know.
Just, call my line.
All right. Well, I was in Fort Mill, South Carolina. So much talent. Like, I love working South Carolina shows. This soloist, we had a really long weekend, 4-day show. So it's always kind of a crazy weekend when you have so many acts to get through. This was very early, night 1, and still I think was my favorite performance of the entire weekend. Act 52, Unwritten, performed by Alyssa Panchinson from Extravagance and Tumble. Her tap solo to Unwritten, first of all, like that song is just so good. Like Natasha Bedingfield can't go wrong. But her performance of this song, when I tell you, I could have cried, but like tears of joy. Like it was like one of those routines where she was just loving it. Her smile lit up the entire stage. Her performance quality was amazing, but also her technique, like her tap technique. Everyone at Extravagance is just incredible tappers as it is. But the way that the song was broken down and very like that instrumental pretty version of Unwritten, and she's tapping along, filling in those missing sounds of the instruments, beautiful. And it was just everyone enjoyed it. Like I was talking with the judges afterwards and they loved that routine, and she ended up winning Miss Dance for that elite level. So just congratulations to Alyssa and Extravagance and Tumble. I actually got a quick little interview with her after the awards ceremony, just because we've been talking about so much how it's not necessarily hard to win with tap, but when tap wins, it's so exciting to see. So I just wanted to get a little bit more of her perspective about representing the tap genre and winning with it, and obviously just coming from a huge tap studio that Extravagance is. So, and even their group routine, Act 5, 98, Beat It, first overall elite small group, so good. Like I could watch them tap all day. They're so entertaining, and they can do all genres, but I love working their shows for those tap routines. So awesome job.
Okay, I noticed that Jocelyn, every time she picks an act, she adds like multiple acts. I noticed that in edit, and I'm like, wait, Jocelyn had 9 acts.
Wait, we're only supposed to have 2.
Listen,
I
that's how my
actually
one's
pulled-
gonna be
Well,
today.
I'm shouting out their group routine as well. It's like it's just a follow up.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I'm about to pull a Jocelyn and do a 2 for 1 right now too.
I'm
Do
doing-
So
it
you're
2
good.
for 1.
I'm gonna pull a Jocelyn too. Like, sorry.
You can you don't have to show all of them.
I know.
He's just saying like editing wise. I get it.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm like, wait a second, I thought this was one, and then all of a sudden there's 3-4 acts that she does follow-ups, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna find all these 12 acts.
No,
that
no, no,
Jocelyn
no. You
snuck
don't
in.
have to follow all of them, but I just want to give them a shout out too. Like not only is Alyssa an incredible tapper, but like across the board, everyone, every age is killing it at Extravagance and Tumble. I'm sorry, I'm just a hype girl. I'm just trying to hype.
I do like when you throw in the videos of all the mentions, though. I obviously know it's hard, but like last week, I watched our episode last night, which sounds weird to say, but like it was funny. Like I had to watch it. But it was really cool whenever we were talking about certain parts of the falling dance. He inserted every single part while we were talking about it. So it was cool to watch back and do that.
Appreciate you.
Because then
Appreciate you.
visualization of what it is.
Yeah. Then
Exactly.
we don't just sound crazy because you can see what's going on in our
'Cause
mind.
I was like, the part where they lift her up and I looked like a fool like that. And
Yeah.
I did the clip, so then they knew.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel
Love
it. All right, sorry. Go on.
All right, playback car Chattanooga act. Well, you can pick 216 or 221. Maybe if we could, he's gonna hate me for this one. If we could do a little side by side, they're the same girl.
Ooh.
They're the same girl. Bristol Dance Academy. Ava. I mean, I literally her first overall dance I think is my second favorite. I think her other solo is my favorite. One was called Golden, one was called The Final Round. I really liked The Final Round because it was very different. Very, very different. I don't know who their choreographer is, but she, across whoever's choreographing a lot of their dances for Bristol, is so intricate and like just cool. It's just so cool to watch. She finds those kind of like the the little tick ticks and all the music that you don't necessarily hear first, but when you watch her choreography, you hear that part of the music because it's so clear. And it was like, whoa, I didn't even realize that was in the song until I saw her execute that sound. She was amazing. This dancer's flawless. Her technique is flawless. Her tricks are flawless. My favorite thing though is that she can dance, not just she can do turns, she can do leaps. She can do those better than most people, but also she can flat out just dance. Like if I were to say take everything out, every single trick and dance would still place in those overalls and probably take it all. The way she ended the final round is so insane, y'all. She turns around, the control you have to have goes on her toes, leans into a backbend with her leg up and goes boom and just ends it and holds it there. It was so cool. The judges loved her golden routine even more. I loved that as well. I had a hard time editing her golden routine and actually didn't reel that one because all of it was so perfect. I couldn't pick a spot to pick.
Oh, wow.
I'm not kidding. I tried to edit it 3 different times and I literally couldn't pick a spot because it was all so good. But the final round had that ending was just it for me. So great job, Bristol. Great job, Ava. I'm a fan.
Okay, so this girl had 2 solos. Obviously this one was my favorite. Placed 3rd overall. It was From Above the Bar, Act 136, Rose's Turn. Dancer
song.
name Aubrey Kosis. But anyway, she had 2 solos. Her other one was Act 132, Heart of Stone. But obviously you can't place 2 solos twice. Aubrey's solo was so good. I remember it vividly because she was mouthing the words as she was dancing. Her technique was flawless. The way that she was mouthing the words, she didn't miss a single word. You know how sometimes when they do like a musical theater or more of a character novelty performance, when you turn to the side or to the back, you stop lip singing. She did not stop lip singing the whole time. The animation of her face the entire time was so spot on with the song. You know, that song I feel like is hard for
Ugh.
some people. Like I
Yeah.
feel like Jocelyn could go on stage and crush it. Just
Well,
because the
I
animation-
was in Gypsy when I was in 6th grade, so I'm ready to perform if needed. But
So it was just cool seeing the entire performance quality there, from technique, costume, performance quality, all of that. It was awesome. And I feel like she deserves a lot of kudos and credit for that performance. Both of them.
that's awesome.
It was a lyrical performance that she did as well, Heart of Stone, and then this really super character heavy routine. And that one won.
nice.
I have a question. The theme of this episode is unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
Unpopular opinion. I hate lip singing. And you like it because you liked it last weekend too, last week when I was listening to the episode too. I don't like it. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I was trained not to do it. So
Yeah.
in my head, it's like, stop doing it. Stop doing
Yeah.
it.
I think
It
I think it depends on
The
how
routine.
it's done. Like Rose's turn, like her face was animated,
but it's
the
musical
entire time,
theater.
and it
Like I
was-
feel like
yeah.
musical theater, you do it. A jazz routine, maybe on like a certain point. Like if there's like a
I'm okay with a couple words.
that's what I'm
an
saying.
I
Like
gotcha.
if
Yeah.
like a
Cute.
I gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
like-
had moments like that, like
Yeah.
a little bit here and there, like a certain moment, or when like there's a group routine and they say a little part out loud. I also like that. But I feel like if you don't execute it how the girl you just talked about did, where you are, if it's musical theater and you're lip singing, you better be lip singing in the middle of your turns when you're facing the back as
Yeah.
well.
You know what I love? I love it when there's a performance and the song, like they have an accent or even sometimes like some sort of like speech, whether it's like a little lisp or like whatever it may be. Like there's always a certain song that like has that. And when you see the dancer emulate that, if that makes sense. So like a little American Dancer, obviously, like we'll be in Southern California and you'll get like, I don't know, a song that
House of Holbein or something.
yeah, and you can tell that they're lip syncing in an accent, if that makes sense. So like if I'm lip
Yeah.
singing and I'm just versus like hello, I'm what like you know what I mean?
Oh god.
You guys.
We don't.
I normally have your back on every single thing you say. This part I am not following. I'm just not gonna lie.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm trying to think of who did it. And I want to say, honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that Patrice's daughter from Cutting Edge did it
Oh,
in
she
her,
did, actually.
yeah, her solo.
Kayla.
Yes, Kayla.
What was the song?
I can't think of what it was, but the character had a very specific sound to their voice.
He embodied the character.
Exactly. You can
Love
tell,
that.
like
Love
they're
that.
not just they're not just lip syncing in the way that they would speak it. They're emulating what the actual voice of the recording is
I get
doing.
it.
Does that make
The
sense?
character. They're emulating the character. They researched it. They studied. They know what they do. They embodied the
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about Miss Donna's School of Dance
The
this
best.
weekend in Fort Mill. Okay. First of
The
all,
best.
Miss Donna is a legend. You guys, she is, first of all, she said that she has been open with her studio for over 65 years. Okay.
Get
And
it,
she
girl.
said she is now teaching grandchildren of her old students. So her past students are now grandparents of her dancers. How special is that? That's so cool. And she's
That's awesome.
literally there from the second that doors open to that last award ceremony. She's there every single day, sitting right there, like right in that teacher's row. She is following along with her program. She is, I love her. Okay.
I
But
want to be her.
I
later
want
in
to,
life.
yeah, she is just truly like, she's the real deal. But Not only is she, so are her dancers. They are incredible. They completely killed the elite level of competition. They won Elite Studio of Excellence. Their performance 523 Without You was beautiful. First of all, the color combo of their outfit, immediately our photographer was obsessed with. All of us were talking about it over our radio. It was a cool color combo that you don't normally see. It was like a dark green and then an orange. And it was just, you don't normally see that. So already they stood out. But just the choreography, the picture perfect moments, the different lifts with the turn sections going on, there was so much different layering going on. It was just a stunning routine, and all of their routines look like that. You can always count on their lyrical routines, their jazz routines to have that clean, but just overall, like, it's pleasing to the eye. It's always entertaining. And then I do have to give a shout out. Don't hate me, Nate. But I have to give a shout out to their secondary line that got first overall. Act 589, gender reveal. Okay, you guys, it was a gender reveal. Okay.
Yeah, that's cute.
And it was such a cute idea. It started off with, like, is it going to be a boy or is it going to be a girl, and blah, blah, blah. So, of course, like, we're all taking bets of what we think it's going to be.
Of course.
And first of all, before I say, what do you think it's going to be? Do you already know?
Yeah, you told me yesterday.
Okay. What do you think it's going to be?
Let Nate go first. I haven't decided yet.
What do you think it's going to be?
A girl.
What do you think it's going to be?
I'll go boy.
Okay, so I guessed, and a little background, I have a younger brother and a sister that are twins. And I said, I think it's going to be a boy-girl twin. I think that they're going to throw us a curveball and it's going to be twins and it's going to be boy-girl, okay? And Pat, our director, was like, nah, no, it's not. No, it's not. That confetti goes off, blue and pink. I literally screamed and I like hit Pat and I was like, I told you. I started freaking out, and like the teachers back behind us were laughing because I was freaking out so much because I got so excited because I called it. Truly, when I tell you it's the highlight of my day, it was. And so I was just, it was great. Super entertaining. I'm pretty sure they won like most entertaining for that secondary level during that award ceremony. It was great.
I love that.
Big fan. I'm just
like, I just love that I wasn't wrong. I don't like being wrong.
You technically weren't wrong, but
it was you were.
Okay, so were you then?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you both.
Okay, or we can both say we were right.
I know.
I wonder if their first competition actually was like someone's actual gender reveal.
I don't know, but I've done that before. Cool. I've done that before. I forget what studio it was, a show a long time ago.
Where a dance act performance was a real gender reveal?
Yes. So I can't remember where it was. Yes, I'm not lying. Okay,
How
so
would you not remember that?
No, I don't remember what studio it was, but I remember
God.
It was like sometime last year, and the studio owner was pregnant, and she hadn't announced to her studio if it was a boy or a girl yet. So she, at the end of their performance, her and the other teachers, I want to say it was after their super line, like after their big performance super line routine, they did the confetti and they let us know ahead of time. And they told me that they wanted me to announce what it was, but I didn't know yet either. So they were like, whenever it goes, you can say it's a boy or it's a girl on the microphone. And so I got to do it. And I think it was a boy I honestly, I don't remember. I really don't. I think it was a girl.
That's cute.
You just said you thought it was a boy.
Now that I'm picturing it, I don't know. Anyway,
well, you guessed both, so you're right either way.
I don't know. But anyway, I got to be like, it's a boy or it's a girl. And then all the older kids realized first what was happening and they started freaking out. And then all the younger kids started freaking out too. It was cool.
Respond to this clip if it was you so we can find the clip and actually post it.
Yeah.
No,
it's real. I swear. I just can't remember where it was.
He said if it's real.
You
guys, I cannot tell you how many times I cried during the Mother's Day thing. So I was emceeing this weekend. It was my first time actually from load in to load out emceeing.
Proud.
It was so fun. I loved it. My arm is a little sore, not gonna lie,
from this
music moment. But so for Mother's Day, all the teams, they got flowers, and during solos at our show, even top 20th through 6th place, like we had them stay on stage. Our backstage coordinator gave them each a flower, and then we invited the moms on stage, and we have that Meghan Trainor mom song on. So I played that song and I like pulled it up, and like some of the kids like were crying because they got like emotional about it and they thought it was like a sweet gesture. And the moms all came on stage, they gave them the flowers, they took a photo. I was sobbing at my MC station every time. Maybe it's because I missed my mom or something, but I was like, and I would like open my eyes really wide. And Rebecca, I could see her looking at me like, you good? And I'm like,
no,
I'm not good.
Oh my
Every
god.
time-
Nurse is such a mama's girl. I love it.
I am, I guess. Ugh.
I've never met anyone that talks to their mom more than Nurse.
Same. I remember our first time rooming together, like when I came back, she was like, I'm gonna leave the room every night to go talk to her mom. I was like, that's so cute.
I love that. I do.
I love that.
I
That's
just
so
feel
cute.
bad talking in the room on the phone. I feel like I'm being obnoxious, but like also I'm an only child, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
There you go.
I have 2 brothers and they're the favorites. I know my place. I mean, it's not wrong. I do.
I feel like all boys are mom's favorites.
Don't even get me started.
My middle brother is the favorite. My other brother, it depends on the month, but we switch 2 and 3.
Honestly, I was the favorite child, like going strong for a little bit. Not anymore.
I've never been. I don't want that responsibility. It's too much.
It's not that much work.
Oh, are you the favorite?
For my mom for sure, but my dad, no way.
Okay, we can't get into daddy issues today. Let's keep going.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
Do
My
a little-
back
do
is
a little-
sweating. My back is
Another
sweating.
thing.
My back is
Here,
sweating.
continue.
This second Celsius is really hitting me. Okay.
Okay. The next one I'm talking about. Oh, I had 2 I want to talk about, but we can only pick 2 this weekend. One was
Oh, you
I'm
can
actually
pick
not going to
3.
talk. No, I can't do all of them. But there was, I just want to say a lyrical that is, you know how Falling's right here? I have one that's right here with that, but I'm not talking about them because there's somebody else that loves just as much that I have to talk about because we don't recognize the style enough. It was a production, but it was, I know, a lot. Sorry, a lot to unpack there.
Okay.
I'm the one that sent the text only pick 2, so I can't pick 3.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is from Car Chattanooga. If we could play back, Act 291. It's from Studio Fusion. It's a production called Avatar. Y'all.
What?
8
Avatar
minutes.
2 coming out.
I know.
Avatar, like the movie, 8 minutes of insane hip hop. Like, not, it wasn't, oh, we're jazz trying to do hip hop. Like, they could have said we only train hip hop and I would have believed them, except for the fact that all their other dances were just as good as well. Every single dancer, I mean, I think the key to, especially an 8-minute hip hop production, is commitment. The commitment level was insane. There's one part where everybody leaves the stage and this one girl kind of comes up to the front and like jumps and hypes up the whole crowd. The energy level with all of them on there leaving, she brought it up even more by herself. She was insane. She kept that energy up. The stamina alone it takes to do 8 minutes of hip hop is insane. But you can just tell they all loved what they were doing so much that I had to stop myself because I was filming, but I was like, get it, yes. And then I had to keep nudging our MC because they were like, go off. I'm like, shh, trying to get this video. Like, shh,
Yeah.
it was so good. And just like the choreography together, you know, like a really good group moment where everybody's on time. It's crisp and like, oh,
Crisp.
I was obsessed with them. They also are so nice. They were a great studio. Their solos were amazing. But that Avatar production was it. I don't think there were any props either.
Dang.
So, really it.
Dang.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I have.
Okay.
Which we could do an unpopular opinion for that because someone
Well,
said
let's do it.
that.
What? What's
Someone said, and I don't think we're going to disagree on this.
Okay.
What?
Let's see.
Don't bring the prop on if you're not going to touch it or use it. Half of the
100%.
props that we saw this weekend, could go home.
But I will say, in my opinion, I think if you're a production, you are supposed to have a prop and be doing like using that
Yeah.
prop. To me, that sounds more like a super line. But the thing is, with a production, you're supposed to have a storyline with it. So that's why, like, for example, you tend to see a lot of Disney or movie theme productions because the storyline and the plot line is already essentially laid out for you. So I feel like Avatar, if I'm being honest, I don't think I've seen that movie since it came out. So like
Oh, I
I
thought you were gonna say you haven't.
no, I
seen it.
have seen it, but
Okay.
it came out so long ago. But I feel like the way you're describing it, like it sounds awesome. So I mean,
I think this one. So there was another production that I do think they would have won if they would have gone to Superline. It was called Atlanta something, and they had a prop with the Atlanta skyline, but it didn't. It was amazing. It was actually one of my favorites of the weekend. The dancing was insane. I loved it, but it wasn't so much a story. I think it could win at finals in a Superline. 2 million% was amazing. Avatar, even though they don't have they didn't have props, if I'm remembering correctly, told the story. It was definitely a
Yeah.
production,
Okay,
but
cool.
the other one, the Atlanta one, definitely would have dominated in a super line, I think, because it is hard. And I honestly didn't really think about how, because I'm always like, oh, all the props in production, but it's supposed to tell a story. It's the
Mhm.
production side of
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
But I think they fit well in that category and were amazing.
love it.
That's cool. Okay. I couldn't. This is what I do on the weekends. So I grab one of these or a Post-it and I just start writing down acts. And I wrote down all 5 of these group routines on this paper, and they took home all top 5 spots. So,
Oh,
So you're in a pickle.
yeah.
put them in a hat. Pick one.
Well, okay, so I wanted to talk about what got 4th overall, and that was act number 490, Out of the Woods from Above the Bar. But Out of
Yeah.
the Woods was so unique to me because it was that Taylor Swift song. I love that song, hands down. It's a great song, and I
Yeah.
might have played it after they were exiting the stage. Sometimes I like to pick a song that coincides with the routine that was on stage so that they like feel hype as they're walking off. It was
Mhm.
cool. That routine, incredible. Taylor Swift, Out of the Woods, great song, great performance, great costume. But how it all works, Act 495 got 1st overall, and that one was absolutely insane too. Like it was hard to pick. And I literally wrote down all 5 of these. How it works. If You Went Away, Cosmic Love, Out of the Woods, Want to Be Starting Something. Like, you guys,
Nate, insert all 5.
he's not going
He
to.
won't.
But it just goes to show that their elites were incredible, but even their primaries were incredible too. It was hard to pick. Above the Bar, you guys are trained so well. I don't know who's training you in tap, jazz, musical theater, contemporary, hip hop, even because their super line was a hip hop routine.
Dang.
It was all of Rihanna mashup. Part of it was like a live performance track as well, and you literally felt like you were at a Rihanna concert.
Yeah. Wait, I'm pretty sure that I saw the studio this season.
You probably
I think you did because we've talked about them, and I've picked them for something as well.
And once you said Out of the Woods, I was like, wait, I remember seeing a really cool performance to that one. And now that you said the Rihanna super line, I was like, I think
Yes.
I remember them now. They're
Um,
good.
I
Can I
feel like
point something out
Yes.
with Above the Bar right now? You said that they had probably the majority of the acts this weekend, right?
yes.
Okay, so one of our unpopular opinions was it's not fair that some of these bigger studios get featured more on social media. I would like to point out that when even like talking right now, you picked a couple from there. When you bring the most dances, there's just more to pick from. So it
Yeah.
tends to happen that way. We are uploading. I mean, Nate and I are really picking from those high points ones. That's what we get to see right away on the weekend. So if they are the ones that are bringing the majority of the dances, that's typically what's going to get featured. We do try to cover as many studios as possible because we want everybody to have their recognition they deserve. I don't know if Nate, you want to comment on that, but that was one of the unpopular opinions. No comment.
No comment.
Oh, I didn't have my headphones on.
Oh, he just put his headphones on.
She was talking to you that whole time.
Can I just
literally was just throwing it at you.
He's just talking about like how with social media that one of the unpopular opinions is that we only tend to feature the bigger studios.
Oh, I did want to talk about this.
But she's saying that like it's because that's where the majority of the content is being created is essentially
there's
like there's so many options to choose from.
Yeah, I looked at the questions and that one stuck out at me because
I knew it would.
feel like if you comment consistently positive things, then you one day recommend an act, I'm automatically going to say, you know what, I'm going to go find that act to post and I'll make it work somehow. If that person has consistently supported us and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
100%. Like Maggie, our protege, she comments on every single thing, every single account. I could start a Jocelyn Shoes account and she'd be the first person to follow and comment on it. And that's how you knew her this weekend. You knew she was there and you knew you wanted to get to know her, talk to her, film some stuff with her because she is so active on every single one of our accounts and every single platform as well.
Exactly. Like think about it this way. We're going to so many different cities across the country and think about how big your one show is. We have sometimes 10 across the weekend. So it's just obviously wherever we're at on the weekends, that's what we're looking for. But also keep in mind, the more that we see you and your studio kind of commenting, it's going to definitely make us recognize you and notice you. And then we're
Yeah.
gonna be like, wait, who's this? Oh my gosh, we've never talked about them before. This dancer is amazing. Oh my gosh, this tap program at this studio or their contemporary is amazing. We have to talk about them. So it's enlighten us essentially. Comment below
Talk to us.
and let us
DM us.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And on
there.
top of that, like the one profile that said that comment, they're a private profile. Like I can't even go into it, see what studio they represent, to see who their child is. Like it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I think that if you're on the other side and saying, why don't I ever get posted, but you don't ever do anything to help yourself.
Post
Like,
tag
what do you want me to do?
us.
You want me to go try to find out of 6,000 acts from the weekend across all the shows, try to find your kid who had 3 acts who never commented one thing?
This happens on
Yeah.
TikTok because I feel like people, like the students are the dancers are more on that instead of their
Yeah.
parents. They're like, hey, hi car, hi rainbow. I'm going to this competition in this city. First of all, I'm going to wish you good luck. We're going to talk. I probably 95% of the time reply back to everybody on TikTok. And then they let me know what act. And
Yeah.
about 80% of the time I will feature them, especially there, because we can just push out videos as much as we want there. That's more fun for me to go and post something for somebody that wants to see it.
Definitely.
Talk to us.
And so I'll describe a little bit about how our social media picks work on the weekend too, because I am a tallier and I've emceed, and our talliers are in charge of sending, as soon as we print out these papers, these are our high point papers that our director reads on stage. We take a photo of it and send it to our backstage coordinator and our media person. And our media person is the one that's in charge of uploading those photos and video from those top 5 routines into a Google Drive that Madison and Nate have created for each show weekend. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to take that first overall or that third overall and post it on social. So that's why those dances are getting featured too, if that helps.
Definitely.
Yep.
100%.
I'm gonna work my way down from 1st to 5th and look at them. But if there's a familiar name of a kid who comments all the time and interacts, then I'm not even gonna look at all 5. I'm only gonna literally go straight to that kid and post them, because I know if I post them, not only are they going to engage with the content, their studio is more likely to engage, because as a whole, like their studio engages with content. So
Yeah.
you can
It's not fun to
easily-
post things that nobody wants to see
Yeah,
or that
100%.
people don't want.
Actually, one dancer that did reach out to me about this weekend, it's really special. Her name is Madison Kelso. She is one of our hope stories for Dancers Against Cancer. And she reached out to me and said, hey, I'm going to be competing with my studio, My Girls, at the Chattanooga show that Madison ended up working. And she was like, I would love to get up on stage and share a little bit about my journey. She was a hope story from last season and is just continuing to battle. And I won't go ahead and share her story. We actually got a video of her talking about her experience on stage. So we'll definitely add in a clip, and then I'll post a more in-depth version on our Dancers Against Cancer Instagram. But you guys, she is so inspiring. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is still fighting right now. And the fact that she performed her solo on stage and is just such an advocate for, you know, not only her own cancer, but just childhood cancer in general, and is able to dance through treatment and still, you know, get up and talk about her experience. She's truly, truly one of a kind. So I will kind of leave it at that with Madison's story, but definitely follow her, give her all the love and support possible. She and her family and her studio family at My Girls could definitely use it. We also had a really, really big, oh, you want to talk about
Yeah,
it?
I want to say one thing. Maddie gave her speech during our DAC segment, and you guys, it was a full packed house on the stage and in the auditorium. She had every single person on their feet. I mean, if you could have heard the roar of the standing ovation she got from not only the dancers on the stage, but literally every single person in the audience. You can't tell on that video. It was powerful, powerful. She has the ability to move mountains and do a lot of great things in this world. And I'm lucky that I got to witness a little part of her journey.
Definitely. We'll post more about it. And we had another Hope story talk about their journey this weekend. Her name's Rebecca from Elevate, and she was at our Car Sacramento show, and she got up on stage and shared her story too. And she was newly diagnosed last year. she, again, just a force to be reckoned with. I can't even imagine going through it yourself and then having to get up on stage and talk about it. And that's the thing. They want to do this. They want to be those advocates and share their story. And that's why it's so incredible to be able to go across the country and meet all of these people that are fighting cancer, but also still showing up to competition weekend. It's just so inspiring and incredible. And the fact that their studios are, behind them, supporting them 150%. It's so, so inspiring. So we have a clip of her doing her speech as well that we'll put on our DAC Instagram as well. It was just a huge weekend for DAC. I was in Fort Mill, like I said, and we announced one of our new junior ambassadors. Her name's Bella Little from South Carolina Dance Company, who is a huge supporter of DAC. They're a big, big Hope studio. They do a huge fundraising event every fall. Danielle Gardner and her entire staff are just huge advocates for DAC. So we're so grateful. And then on top of that, we had Extravagance and Tumble at our show, who I asked on Sunday, Miss Erica Summerlin, to get up and share a little bit about their fundraiser that's going on right now. It's called Extravancing with the Stars, which is such a cute little idea. And essentially it's just a contest between all those dancers to raise as much money as possible. And then they get to do like a special performance and everything like that. So it's so inspiring. And Extravagance and Tumble is one of those studios that continues to support us every year. They're a huge Hope studio. They do those fundraisers in the fall. And we actually do have a Hope story, Miss Gracie Bellinger from Extravagance and Tumble. So we're just keeping her in our thoughts and prayers as well. We have so many Hope stories across the country that you guys definitely should look into, and just supporting them and showing them love on their day-to-day fight against cancer. So we're just really grateful for our dance families across the country, whether you were in Sacramento, Fort Mill, or in Chattanooga, for just showing all of these Hope stories and all of these Hope studios so much love and support.
Spray tans are unnecessary, is what somebody said.
I don't think it matters because
So y'all know I'm.
You're a big spray tan person. Here's my thing. I feel like depending on the age you're at, like, I feel like it just depends, because I feel like when I see like 5-year-olds with a spray tan, I'm like, I mean,
did she need it?
Like, she's
I love
5.
it.
Is that going to make the performance any better?
But I will say, as you get into the higher level, as you're really starting to see that conditioning and your strength and your body and muscles really shine through, I feel like I always liked to get spray tans when I was younger, or when I was like in high school age, because I feel like it just really defined my abs and my arm muscles and my thighs. Like, I feel like it just defines it when you're on stage. And with being blonde, it's really easy to get washed out on stage. So I feel like I would do extra bronzer just to kind of show up a little bit better. However, I don't think it really does matter, because sometimes I see someone come out on stage and they may be like a little more pale, but I don't think it doesn't register in my brain like, oh,
they need a spray tan.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary. However, I think if you're spending all of this money on your choreography, your dancing, and this expensive costume, and you want some good pictures to take home, you don't need to necessarily get like a full spray tan, but even a little tan towel or even a little bit of tanning lotion, it just simply for like a picture or a video, it's going to make you stand out. Sometimes I know I would blend right in with the backdrop, especially if I have a white costume on or something. So I think it's worth it if you're already doing everything else and you feel comfortable doing it. If you don't feel comfortable, no need, but there's nothing better than a spray tan dancer to me.
I feel like it doesn't, like, a judge isn't going to see a spray tan dancer walk out and then like a spray tan dancer and be like,
but also don't overdo it either. Don't overdo it, because then it's distracting. Like, I think it has to be just enough, because then if you have streaky legs, or if it's like sometimes I hate it when you can foot. Yeah, I feel like then I'm focused on it. It should be
not distracting.
It shouldn't be noticeable, essentially. Like, it should just be like a nice little cherry on top of your costume, essentially, but it shouldn't be something that we are actively aware of.
Yeah, because
I don't think you're gonna win because you have a spray tan.
No,
I just think for personal reasons, like if you want it and you want those pictures to be extra
cute,
go for it, girl.
To each their own.
Yeah. Teach their
own. Next one, also kind of along those lines, is nail polish. I only am bringing this up. They said nail polish requirements. Okay. I had one of my girls tell me that their studio has to wear all black nail polish.
What?
Goth Studio.
Black?
Black. I said, girl, why are your nails black? And she said, my studio requires us to wear all black nail polish.
That's
That's kinda
funny.
weird.
I haven't heard black. Okay, my complaint is like I don't really care what the color is, but if I'm being honest, like I feel like I've seen it more and more in recent years, but like the long claw nails,
Yeah.
like okay, I get it. It's cute, like trendy, whatever. But like, especially if you're in a group routine, like soloists, if you're trying to like potentially poke your eye out, like that's on you. But as a group routine, you're doing lifts, you're doing partner work. I feel like it's unsafe. Like it's
Yes.
unsafe.
Have the
Like
long-
Also gross when it falls off on stage and we have to be like, backstage coordinator, can you pick up a nail? Something about nail polish real quick that I learned that was helpful. I learned as a pageant trick from one of my mentors. They said, don't ever do clear because when the lights hit it, it kind of looks purple and is a little bit distracting. So if you guys are trying to decide on a studio color, I like a good neutral. I don't know about y'all, but I like a good neutral. Just a neutral. If you want to get crazy and do a light pink, maybe, but just give it a neutral.
I'm
Don't
like,
distract.
even
girl.
white, like just do white.
But then it can get dirty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and then you eat one burrito. I ate a burrito with white nails once and they were orange, so don't do that.
Oh, what?
It was a pastor burrito and it was kind of orange and then my nails
Mm.
dyed orange. Yeah.
but good burrito, huh?
Worth it.
Like
Okay, not in Detroit though,
It was.
because I was in Detroit a week or two ago, and then you were there, Joss, or no, it was Madison,
wasn't me.
and then they ordered like Mexican food for lunch.
Yeah.
I got back there and I was like, oh, God, I'm in Detroit. This is
Mine was bad. I got an empanada and I took like one bite into it and I looked at our merch girl and I said, this isn't cooked, right? It was pink. Yeah. And I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier with when I was talking about Ava. Tricks don't make a solo better.
That's the one I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple things to talk about here. There was a lot that had to do with it. Some people were saying if you can't be entering these dances that have tricks in them in lyrical. Well, they might have already entered one in acro, and you can't enter two in acro. And maybe that's why they're in open. There are some rules like that. Maybe you can explain that a little bit more since I don't have that side. But also, I do agree tricks don't make it, but some of those things, those are skills that people work really, really hard for, and they do have that wow factor. I love those tricks. I love seeing a good leg hold. I love seeing good when you execute them and when it's mixed in with good dancing.
I agree.
I honestly like just speaking from my perspective, I can watch an entire performance and you can do a single turn at the most. And as long as that performance quality is there and you have those lines and like honestly, as long as you're conveying the story, sometimes you don't need all those tricks. And actually there was a girl this weekend. I wish I could remember like her act number and her, studio and everything, but I was watching the first minute of her dance and I remember thinking like, this isn't that technical. Like I remember like I was like waiting for a leap or a turn or something and like she still hadn't done anything, but I was still watching her entire performance because it was good. And then out of nowhere, she hits a leap and I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? Like flawless, height, lines, everything. And I was like, whoa, okay. And so now I was really interested. And then towards the end of her dance is when she did her final turn section. And I was like, she was holding out the entire routine to finish with those skills essentially. And the fact is, like, I was still enamored by her from that first minute. Like, it's not like I was only watching her because, oh, she did an amazing turn or, oh, she did an amazing leap. I was watching her because she had beautiful performance quality. Her choreography was good. It just wasn't technical. It was more on the emotional side and more on the storytelling side and making cool shapes. And it was
And
just
you can still be technical without having tricks. There's still technique in the way you're turned out and all that stuff too. But
just the way that you're walking across the stage, you can tell if someone has technique. The way that they're turned out, shoulders are dropped, head is lifted up. Like you can tell if someone has good technique. So they don't need to do 500 million turns or a bunch of aerials into back. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like if you can do it, flaunt it, but like it's not necessarily what's going to get you that win, especially like it depends what other competition is there.
And I feel like people look at social media and then think that we think that it's good because there was tricks. Like, there's a
No.
couple things that people just like to see tricks.
Mhm.
Like, that's what it is. And on top of that, oftentimes the people have 3 solos and one of them just tends to be trick heavy. So that's the one that we're gonna find in post because that's gonna get the most engagement. People like that the most on social media. I'm like going through trying to find the tricks.
Same. I'm now looking for the people who can hit a turn section all the way through because I know that will do good numbers wise. When you're watching stuff and you stop and like
Exactly.
actually engage with a video, it's probably because it's something you haven't seen before, something you can't do. You're watching it again to figure out how they did that.
100%.
Yeah.
Don't add the extra turn if you're going to put your heel down on the last one because then we can't use it and it was almost good and you added in the extra 2, but you put your heel down, so now we can't post it.
I think we're done, guys.
Should we post another unpopular opinions to get more next week too? I mean, we have a lot more, but I feel like people really.
I think it's a good topic. And
I
that
think
way
so
it's
too.
like, you know, whatever they come up with is what we can kind of chat about. So let's
It made
do
our
it.
stories numbers the highest that it's been in like
Okay, I didn't know if you saw that or not, but I was really excited because it was the highest story, and I was like, I didn't want to like text you and be like, "Hey Nate, you see the numbers?" Because like, but I was like really excited.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow. We love that validation.
Of course, he saw it. Nate knows his numbers. Nate never misses one.
Good job.
Love it.
Good job.
All right. Where are you guys at
I
this
mean, it was Jocelyn's idea to do it.
Oh, good job, Jocelyn.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, guys. I think that's it. That wraps it up. Definitely, you guys, as we reminded you guys last time, our convention registration is open. So make sure you guys sign up. Again, this weekend, I was talking with Maggie, our protege. She is so excited. She's been telling me just all about the incredible experiences she's had on the road. If you guys want to try it out for our protege program, you guys have
Yes.
to come and try out at a convention. So
we had a protege too at our show, and she actually helped with our awards.
Yeah.
I believe her name was Madeline. She was great.
love it. So if you guys want to just come to a convention or try out for that protege program, go onto the Dance Car website to see where we're coming near you because it's going to be a really fun convention season. I'm excited. We have really talented proteges and our staff is stacked with amazing choreographers. So I'm really excited for this season. And I'm not even on the road technically for convention, but I think just I'm gonna pop in for a couple
You
because
have to. It's so
otherwise,
fun.
yeah, I have to. All right. I think that wraps up our episode. As always, thank you guys for listening. Make sure that you're following Playback Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And as always, follow DAC, Car, Rainbow, Ultra, all of the things. Tag us in all your photos and videos from your weekend. We can't wait to see everyone's amazing memories. And as always, we will see you on the road.